Welcome to Storied Audio. 10 years had passed since Daniel's life had splintered apart. 10 years since the scandal, the accusations, the trial that emptied his savings and broke his family in ways no apology could ever repair. And 10 years since he'd last seen the woman at the center of it all, Marissa Hale. He didn't think of her often anymore, though the scars still tugged when he least expected it. That evening, he was driving home along the narrow road by Willow Creek when he saw a car half submerged in the ditch, steam curling from the hood. A woman stood beside it, shaking. Daniel slowed. Something in the way she held herself, small, frightened, pulled at him. When she turned toward him, the world seemed to tilt. Marissa. Her eyes widened in disbelief, then horror. Daniel. Her voice cracked. You're the last person who should stop for me. He could have driven away. He could have let the past speak for him. But he didn't. Instead, he stepped out into the cold air. Are you hurt? She shook her head, tears already gathering. No. I hit black ice. My phone died. I didn't know what to do. She swallowed hard. You shouldn't help me. Not after what I did. Daniel didn't answer. He simply guided her toward his truck, helped her inside, and turned on the heat. She watched him with a mixture of awe and shame, as if she couldn't understand why he would help. When she finally spoke, her voice was barely a whisper. I ruined your family. I ruined you. And you're still kind. Daniel kept his eyes on the road as he drove her toward town. People make terrible choices when they're scared, he said quietly. I've had 10 years to learn that forgiveness isn't about them. It's about letting myself breathe again. Marissa covered her face with her hands. I've carried what I did every day. I wanted to reach out so many times, but I thought you'd slam the door in my face. He exhaled slowly. Maybe I would have back then. When he pulled into the small diner parking lot, she turned to him, eyes red but steady. Daniel, let me make things right. I don't know how yet, but I want to try. I owe you that much. He studied her for a long moment. The woman before him wasn't the one who'd stood in court a decade ago, brittle and defensive. This one looked human, broken, trying. Then start with dinner, he said gently. We can talk. Inside the diner's warm glow, they talked about fear, about consequences, the long, winding road toward forgiveness. And as the hours passed, something unexpected settled between them. Not friendship. Not yet. But possibility. When they finally stepped back into the night, Marissa looked lighter, as if she'd set down a burden she'd carried alone for far too long. Thank you, she whispered, for saving my life today. In more ways than one. Daniel offered a small, tired smile. Maybe we both get to start over. And for the first time in 10 years, he believed it. Subscribe for more audio stories.